In this video, we're going to look at interest problems. So the simple interest formula is I is equal to PRT, where I is interest earned, P is initial amount invested, R is annual interest rate, and T is amount of time money is invested. In one, it says you invest $3,000 in accounts A and B. If you invest $1,000 in account A, how much do you have invested in account B? So if we have $3,000 total to invest, and then we subtract the $1,000 that we invested in account A, then we have $2,000 invested in account B. And then they ask, if you invest X amount in account A, how much do you have to invest in account B? So if we have $3,000 total and X amount is invested in A, we would have $3,000 minus X. In 2, it says you put $500 in an account earning 3.5% for 1 year. How much interest have you earned? So we would use I is equal to PRT, and our principal is 500. Our R is our interest rate, and that is 3.5%, and we need to write that in decimal form, so we have 0.035 times the 1 year that we're investing it. And I is equal to $17.50. And then it asks, if you put 500 minus X in an account earning 4% for 1 year, how much interest have you earned? So we're going to have I is equal to principal, which is 500 minus X. And then we're going to have our interest rate, which is 4% or 0.04. And then for 1 year, so times 1. And this is equal to 500 minus X times 0.04. Or we could also distribute the 0.04 through the binomial, and we would have 20 minus 0.04x. In 3, it says you have $3,000 to invest in 2 accounts, one earning 5% simple interest and the other earning 6.5% simple interest. Suppose that after 1 year, $175.50 in interest was earned. What was the amount invested in each account? The first thing they want us to do is assign a variable to represent the amount invested in the 5% account, and I'm going to use the variable X. So X is equal to amount invested in 5% account. And then it wants us to express the amount invested in the 6.5% account in terms of the variable. So if we have $3,000 total to invest, and we invested X in the 5% account, we're going to have 3,000 minus X in the 6.5% account. And now we want to fill in our table. So we have X amount invested in the 5% account, and we have 3,000 minus X invested in the 6.5% account. In the 5% account, our rate is 0.05. And in the 6.5% account, we have a rate of 0.065. And now if interest is equal to rate times amount invested, then we can say that I is equal to 0.05x for the 5% account and 0.065 times 3,000 minus X in the 6.5% account. And then it asks, how do the interest earned in each account relate? And we could say they add up to $175.50. And now we want to write the equation and solve. So we want to take the interest we earn in each account and add them together, and then set that equal to 175.50. So we have 0.05x plus 0.065 3,000 minus X is equal to 175.50. And the first thing I'm going to do is distribute the 0.065 through the parentheses. So I get 0.05x plus 195 minus 0.065x is equal to 175.50. And now we're going to combine our like terms on the left side, and we're going to subtract 195 from both sides. So we get negative 0.015x is equal to negative 19.50. And now we're going to divide both sides by negative 0.015. So x is equal to 1,300. And x represents the amount that we invested in the 5% account. And then we want to find the amount invested in the 6.5% account. So we're going to take our total, 3,000, and subtract out 1,300 that we had invested in the 5% account, and we get 1,700. And now they want us to state the answer. So we can say that $1,300 was invested in the 5% account, and $1,700 was invested in the 6.5% account. And that's our video on interest problems.